ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome everybody to our August 2020 Chamber Luncheon. Thank you so much for coming out and spending some time with us today. We've got a really good presentation for everybody today. I'm incredibly excited about. First and foremost, if I could ask Pastor Gary Phelps from Oak Hill Baptist Church, if Pastor Phelps could please come forward and bless today's luncheon.
All right, let's pray. Father, today we just bow before you, and we thank you, Lord, for an opportunity just to get together. And Lord, I pray for each one of these businesses. These last few months have been hard for every one of us. And God, I pray your protection. I pray you'd help us. I know that you can reach down with your hand right now and you can wipe out this virus. And Lord, I ask you that you do that. And Lord, just thank you for being able to fellowship with your people. Lord, be with the leaders of this government here in town. Be with the leaders of our state. I pray, Lord, a blessing over this meeting here today. Thank you for the food. Thank you for all that you've done for us. We praise you today for everything. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you very much, Pastor Phelps. So to let everybody know, we are live right now on Facebook. We have decided to stream this, much like last month. We're streaming our luncheon to everybody who couldn't be with us today. So I'd like to welcome everybody out there who's watching virtually. So thank you all for being with us as well. These are unprecedented times, but we're excited to have you all with us and helping us get back to business. I've got a couple of quick announcements about upcoming events. So I know we have a couple of our state representatives here with us. I think Representative-elect Josh Branscombe is here. Representative-elect Shane Baker. Shane, you're here as well, aren't you? Hey, Shane. Is David or Ken here? I don't think they are. Rick, are you here? We have got a very exciting after-hours event coming up on August 27th. So we are going to be doing a legislative update on Thursday, August 27th at the Oak Hill House. So for a lot of you, the Oak Hill House, that's code for Mr. Carell's old home. It is the giant house on the hill up on 914 and Oak Hill Road. It is now an Airbnb that's run by the family, and it's one of the most beautiful pieces of property in our community. We did an after hours there last year, and it's spectacular. So we're going to be up there again. We're going to be doing an after hours event with all of our local state legislators. So we're going to have State Senator Rick Girdler with us. We're going to have our Speaker Pro Tem, Representative David Mead. We'll have our Transportation Chairman, State Representative Ken Upchurch. And then we're going to have Representative-elect Josh Branscombe and Representative-elect Shane Baker. And it's going to be an excellent opportunity for us to do a couple of things. One is, it's going to be an excellent chance for our legislators that are currently in office to talk about our past session and what occurred in that. And I'm sure they're going to have some very exciting things they're going to want to talk about possible new legislation that they might want to enact in the upcoming session. Also, it's going to be a really good opportunity to meet our two new faces here from Somerset with Representative Branscombe and Representative Baker. So we're going to get to know these guys. They're with us. Representative Branscombe's actually my state representative now, so I'm very excited about that. We have to be very nice to you. I understand. It's good to see you, sir. Thank you. We're very excited to have them, though, and it's a chance for them to get to know everybody here in our business community. So I would encourage everybody. It's a free event for chamber members. Come out Thursday, August 27th, 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. at the Oak Hill House. Free food, some much-deserved networking, and come out and meet your legislators and listen to what's going to be going on in the legislature. These are exciting times. I have no doubt they're going to have some very exciting updates to let us know about. I'm very excited about today's program. We had a good program lined up with a speaker, Vince Gabbard from Keeneland. And Vince is somebody I've known for quite some time, and unfortunately he had a last-minute conflict, and when you're high up in the food chain at Keeneland, sometimes sometimes horses take precedent over people. So Vince had a last-minute conflict, so we audibled to what in my opinion, might very well be one of the best presentations we're going to have in 2020. We're going to do a tourism update today, and for me, I think it's a great opportunity to show off the killer trio here from Pulaski County. Tourism's a big deal here, and it's such a big deal. We have 3 people, professionals in that arena that are here with us today, and they all have different things that they focus on. They all have different things they're going to talk about. And again, what I put in I kind of build this as is we're going to have a chance to hear from them about the good, the bad, and the ugly of 2020. And I'm sure they're going to talk to us about how tourism has been impacted this year by everything going on with this global pandemic. So I want to thank them for the last-minute audible. I really, really appreciate you all taking the time to do this. I called them last Thursday and begged them to consider coming over here today. So thank you very much. In saying that, I'm going to go ahead and turn the program over to my boss. Got the toughest job in a few years with the chamber, but president of the chamber this year, Mr. Troy Lovell.
Good afternoon to everyone. Glad to see everybody out today, and glad that everybody could attend today. And I want to take this opportunity to just say a special thank you and commend the job during this time that we've been going through that is unprecedented, with the leadership and being there for all of our businesses in Somerset and Pulaski County. I'd just like to commend the Chamber of Commerce, its Executive Director, Bobby Clue, Rakai Pryor, and Bill Marshall for the job that they have done through this. Could you please help me give them a round of applause? Again, I'd like to welcome everybody to our monthly luncheon today, and I'd like to call this meeting to order. I'd like to also welcome all of our guests, our public officials and their representatives, and all of our membership, most of all. Also, take this time to recognize our sponsors of the Chamber of Commerce. We have our world-class sponsors, our Chamber Circle sponsors, and our Ambassador Circle sponsors. And they are all listed on the placards on your tables. So if you take time to review those, if you see one of those businesses, just give them a little bit of a mention, would be appreciated. But we appreciate our sponsorship. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank the Center for Rural Development and the great job that they have done setting this up and allowing us to maintain our social distance to keep us all as healthy as possible during this time. But I'd like to say thank you to the Center for Rural Development. I'd also like to say thank you to Karen's Catering and all the extra trouble that they've went through to keep us healthy. And also a mention of David Morse and Modern Systems, Inc. and their fever detection system. That's a wonderful piece of technology, just another layer to help keep us all safe while we have our monthly luncheons. So please, let's say thank you to them. And at this time, I'd like to proceed with our new member business introductions. I'd like to call to the stage, the podium, our Chamber Board Vice President, Matt Ford.
Even during all this, it seems like Bill Marshall, you have been working hard. We continue to have new members each and every month. So congratulations to Bill and congratulations to our community with all these new businesses. First off, Algae Eliminators. Contact Chris Cromer. Are you here, Chris? Good to see you, Chris. It's been a while. Locally owned and operated, Algae Eliminators is your local residence. Algae Eliminators is a family-owned and operated pressure washing business in Mount Vernon, Kentucky. Algae Eliminators specializes in house washing, roof cleaning, gutter brightening, concrete cleaning, rust removal, and fleet washing. Established in 2014, they have steadily grown each year. Algae Eliminators is committed to providing exceptional service and has earned a reputation of customer-centered customer-centered organization. For 2019 and 2020, Algae Eliminators won the Best of Home Advisor Award given annually to the top performing contractor for the area-based and customer review. For a free quote, call Chris at 308-3130. Thank you, Chris. The next one up is B. Brittany Boutique. Brittany Brow, are you here? I don't think she made it. Next one is the Black Belt Help. Contact Joe Quigley. I think we saw Joe earlier. Please stand there, Joe. Black Belt Help provides one stop, a cloud-based artificial intelligent and intricate voice chat, ticket, email, and bot platform providing a multiple channel integrated ecosystem that enables their 200-plus institutional partners to remove student barriers and reduce administrative burdens while enabling student success and engagement in activities. Colleges and universities partner with Black Belt Help to provide an Amazon-like customer service experience, retain students, and increase enrollment. Black Belt Help also supports school districts and healthcare organizations. If you would, please give Joe a big hand. Next up is Busy Bee Janitorial, Brandy Butson. Brandy, I don't think Brandy made it either. Give her a hand as well, though. Click to Live, Gracie Marina McGee. Am I saying that name right? Good to have you here. Click Delivery in Somerset's newest food service delivery. Just think DoorDash, but with a small town charm the big guys simply can't offer. Now you can order food from your favorite local restaurant and have it delivered directly to your doorstep. The owner, Gracie, looks forward to working with you to bring happiness of home food delivery directly to the people of Somerset. For more information or to make an order, please visit their website at www.clicktolive.com. Give them a hand as well. I think it's a good time to have that business for sure. Next up is Dicey Aviation LLC, Daryl Dicey. Are you here, Daryl? I don't see him. All right. Next one is Alina Events, Viviana Hernandez. Located at 421 Ogden Street, Alina Events is your one-stop shop for your event, your entire events. Owner Viviana Hernandez offers planning and decor services for events such as weddings, showers, kids' parties, etc. The boutique also offers bridal and gowns, proms, homecoming, formal and pageant dresses, as well as flower girls, bridesmaids, and mother of the bridegroom / grooms, as well as casual dressing, shoes and accessories for children, suits and dresses. They also have a large assortment of baptism, christening, and first communion items. For more information, visit them on Facebook or call Viviana at 606-802-6397. Once again, give her a big hand. Golf Fit LLC. Contact James Adams. Oh, James England. The paper says Adams, though. I'm going to have to line you out, Bobby. I like giving Bobby a hard time. Yeah, good to see you, James. Golfers, club fitting can overwhelm you with the choices. It can also be very time-consuming to find the right solution, especially for ladies, seniors, and junior golfers. That's where Golf Fit comes in. Golf Fit is a mobile club fitting and repair service located in Somerset that will come to your home or place of business when it's convenient for you. Certified club fitter and repair technician James England will help you keep your current clubs tuned up and into the right fit. Free local pickup and delivery on all work done. Follow Golf Fit on Facebook at golf-fit-ky, and there you will find the link to complete your free player profile and to schedule an appointment. James, thank you for being here. Give him a big hand as well. The next one is Lake Cumberland Recovery, Michael Hampton. Good to see you, Michael. Lake Cumberland Recovery is a state licensed facility providing 24/7 community-based residential treatment services for alcohol and substance abuse. Their team of licensed healthcare professionals provide world-class clinical, medical, and personal healthcare solutions that are necessary to begin a lifelong process of healing and restoration. Director Michael Hampton believes that each person that partners with Lake Cumberland Recovery during the process of recovery will experience a genuine love and acceptance throughout their treatment, working with the healthcare professionals. If you're struggling with alcohol or drug addiction, now is the time to make a change. For more information, contact Lake Cumberland Recovery at 606-341-1160. Thank you for what you're doing. Give them a big hand as well. We have a couple friends of the chamber this week, and the first one is Dr. Sandra Lanham, optometrist. I don't think she was able to make it. And the other friend of the chamber is Miss Sherry Schultz. I think I saw her earlier. Sherry, way in the back. Give Sherry a hand. Good to have you with us today. The last business that we'll be presenting today is Wake Cumberland Water Sports. Greg Dalton and Kyle Dameron, I think they're right here in the front. Wake Cumberland Water Sports is a certified installer of C-Deck, a premium customized EVA form flooring that offers safety and style to your watercraft. They also offer aftermarket wakeboard towers and swim platforms, as well as boat and commercial upholstery and canvas services. Wake Cumberland, well, that's hard to say. I just want to say Lake. Wake Cumberland Water Sports has certified water sports instructors available for lessons and boat operation instructions. For more information, call Wake Cumberland Water Sports at 606-425-5053, or you can visit them on their website at wakecumberlandwatersports.com. To customize your water sports, discuss commercial upholstery or canvas needs to book your appointment. So good to have you all as well. Give them a big hand. Thank you all. Keep businesses coming. Even throughout all this, our community is strong, and keep supporting local. Thank you all.
At this time, as always, we never want to overlook and much appreciate them. This is one of the reasons that the Chamber is as successful as it is. But I'd like to take this time to say thank you to our Chamber ambassadors. So if you're a Chamber ambassador, please stand at this time. Thank you all for everything you do. Truly appreciate it. Now it's time that we recognize our Chamber Ambassador of the Month. That is Kristen Whitson, the Job Shop. No picture? Good job, Kristen. Today's corporate sponsor is Kentucky Utilities. We'd like to say thank you to Kentucky Utilities, and they are also one of our new world-class sponsors. Let's give Kentucky Utilities a hand. And now on for our lineup for our guest speakers today. It's a tourism update. And we have, first off, we have Executive Director Michelle Allen, Somerset-Pulaski County Convention and Visitors Bureau. Next, we have Leslie Ikerd, Somerset Tourist and Convention Commission. She's a director of that. And next we have, Frank can help me if I get this right, the Supreme Leader and Director, Frank Crabtree, City of Burnside Tourism Commission. And I overheard Frank making a joke out of that earlier, so I thought I'd get him with it. Please help me welcome them to the stage, and they're going to present today.
This is so weird. Hi guys, I'm Michelle Allen, and welcome to the capital of Lake Cumberland, where we have 4 million visitors a year that attend the Lake Cumberland area. 3/4 of those folks come to Somerset to stay and play, as we like to say. We have a $119 million economic impact. That was in 2018. I have the 19 numbers, but I'm not allowed to tell you those yet. So hopefully I'll be able to express those in the next coming weeks. I will say that 19 was very, very good to us. One thing I want to make sure that you guys learn today as you leave here is how we are together, but we're separate at the same time. I am totally funded through transient tax, and that is 3% from anybody that stays in a hotel, a VRBO, a cabin, whatever it is, and I get 3% of those dollars. So no funding from county, no funding from city. We strictly are to that. So I'll get to that later of why COVID and how COVID has affected us specifically. One of the things that I wanted to be sure of, I usually don't have notes, but I wanted to make sure that I did, is to let you know that we are here to support everybody in this room and everybody across the county. Not only do we help Pulaski County, but we also help the 5 other counties that surround the lake because they are smaller. So that's why we do call ourselves the capital of Lake Cumberland. We did get a little flashback from that when people started hearing that from other counties. But we're the biggest, and we have more people that stay with us in our hotels and come to eat with us as well. One of the important things is customer service. We want to make sure that everybody in this room and everybody in our community knows how important it is to treat our travelers. But what we also have to remember is our travelers aren't just people from Ohio and Indiana. Anybody that crosses that county line and stays within our community or fuels up in our community or eats in our community is considered a tourist. So people just traveling back and forth for work, people just coming visiting family, they're considered a tourist because they are leaving behind a different county's money in our county. So it's extremely important that we treat everybody just the same. So when we are offering free customer service, please send your people to attend these because we are known in the South for our good hospitality, and right now, folks are coming to us. So I'll give you some of those numbers. When we were talking COVID, we're talking about things that were hurting us. Of course, if somebody's not staying in a hotel or a VRBO, I'm not getting any funds to my office because of that 3%. I will tell you, though, in April, some of our percent for people staying, our occupancy rate was down to 11%. 11%, and that's the lowest we've ever seen it in history. As Memorial Day came around, it started to go up, and it hasn't gone down since. So we can complain, but we really can't complain because the lake has brought people to us that haven't been here before. I get calls weekly, Katie gets calls weekly of people saying, I was going to go to Florida, but I've heard about Lake Cumberland and I want to come there instead. I was going to go here, but I've heard there's family there. There's things to do there that, they know that we're following the rules. They know our numbers aren't crazy. They know that they can get out on the lake, which, there's over 1,200 miles of shoreline, more than the state of Florida, not coastline, shoreline, more than the state of Florida, that they can find a cove and enjoy themselves and be by themselves, or they can find a few other folks to tie up with and enjoy themselves that way as well. Boat sales, RV sales, jet ski sales are out the roof right now because people are wanting to do things outdoors and they're coming to see us. But if we're not prepared for them, which I hope we are, they are going to choose to go somewhere else. So now is the time for us to grab them. So 4th of July in 2019, our occupancy rate, that means people that are staying in our hotels, was around 83, 84%. In 2020, our occupancy was around 83 and 84%. So we are very blessed to have people that are coming to us. And I know some folks are like, we don't want people traveling from out of state to come and see us. It is what is bringing our economy back in our community. So we need to be thankful just as long as they're following the same CDC rules. Now, there have been over 55 events canceled this year. For instance, Master Musicians Festival, that's a $3 million economic impact. And when I'm talking about economic impact, I'm not saying that's $3 million that's going to MMF. That's $3 million that's going to our hotels, to our restaurants, to our gas stations, to convenience stores, whatever it is, of folks that are traveling here and whatever they need, spending money, but they're only traveling here because of the festival. So we have to realize that things that go on in our community are extremely important for our economy. Summer Nights Cruise, their occupancy, when they stayed, they had their first one last month, and it was in the 80 percentile. So when folks start to complain about the cars being downtown, or here they are again, guys, this is bringing us so much opportunity into our communities and to our restaurateurs and to our hotels. We've got to make sure that we support these events. And when I'm talking events, you know, we've got things that go on the lake, but we also have things that go on downtown. So COVID has extremely hit us hard, has hit our office hard, but one of the great things is that we do have Lake Cumberland is bringing people back to us, and we just want them to keep coming back to us, especially when everything starts to calm down. So I thank you guys for listening to me. If you've got questions about our economic impact stuff, I can explain all of those things to you as well. Rakai's yelling at me. It's something. You want the video first? You? No? Okay. All right. Any questions later, please come and see me for that fact. Oh, by the way, my office is where the fish are. If you don't know where that is, Baxter's drive-thru. I'm right behind Baxter's drive-thru. Come see us.
Well, I want to echo what Michelle said. It's a great privilege to be able to work alongside her and Frank both. This is never a competition about whose office does this or does that. We work together. We promote each other. As a whole, we are Pulaski County, and we promote the whole lake in our adjoining counties. When we say come to Lake Cumberland, of course we want you to come stay in our hotels and stay in our places, but also a lot of people might go to Russell County and spend the day, but then they come here and shop, or they bring their kids to Summer Splash. So there's different types of things that people will do. You know, we have more restaurants, we have more shopping, we have the more amenities that maybe some of your smaller towns don't offer, and that's okay. We're proud of that. We're proud of our community, and I'm going to tell you, no matter if we have FLW fishermen here, if we have musicians here, it doesn't matter who visits. I'm going to say everyone says that we have the nicest people in Pulaski County. We don't notice that. We take that all for granted. Everybody here has got the Southern hospitality thing going on. So it seems natural to us, but guess what? In the rest of the world, people have got their heads down. They don't make eye contact. They don't say, hi, how are you? And so that's something that even though you all don't know you're doing, you're assisting us in making Somerset some place they want to come back to. Again, it turns out, I always say that you all are each of you, tourism ambassadors, whether it's your business, you're in the grocery store and you know, make eye contact with them and say hello. You're part of what we promote. So that's one of the things we do. We work together, we promote our area, we promote things to do, we promote things that are going on. My office is just a little bit different. Of course, I'm housed within the city of Somerset, and she collects the 3% tax off the transient tax for hotel stays. We do a 4%. So we collect 3% on the city hotels. I think we have 11, and then we have an extra % that we give towards the Center for Rural Development. The Center for Rural Development helps us in all kinds of ways to host conferences, business events throughout the year. Of course, 2020's kind of made that a little bit of a challenge, but you know, tourism, you just don't know how many people it touches till you start to think about it. I know when COVID first hit, there was nothing to do, and everybody was stuck at home, and everybody's like, man, I really wish we could get out and do stuff. And I was like, you know what? This is life without tourism. This is what life feels like without tourism. So sometimes we're like, this is what we do. So many people say, what do you all do? All the things is what we do. All the entertainment, all the fun things, all the promoting, all the things that highlight each of your business. Again, somebody might be coming here to go to the lake, but then something happens and they're like, well, I might need this. So they end up going to this store, and then they meet this person. And then, you know, where we know each other, we're like, but you should go over and see them too. And that's how it works here. And so that's an exciting, fun thing to get to promote. When you were speaking about 2019, we actually showed an increase in our tax revenue reported from our city clerk. So last year, with the new addition. Of course, I'm biased, but we have a wonderful new mayor that is really been an innovator in revitalization of downtown, promoting business, literally lighting up Somerset. And it's been a remarkable journey to get to be a part of that excitement. He allows us as team members to be able to kind of have a voice and, get our ideas and actually just say, what do you all think? So that gets us invested in it, and we get excited about promoting our area and promoting the things to do. So one of the the first things was festivals. We started with food stock, then we did streets and eats. We did, I just went blank.
Moonlight.
This is what happens when you get older, you go blank. Then we did Moonlight Festival, and then we had New Year's, and the momentum was growing. So downtown was becoming full of arts and murals, and we were getting to highlight people that maybe we hadn't always had that opportunity to highlight with different types of musicians, different types of artists that are here locally, but also then bring in some new people too, because another thing, those artists come in here and you're working behind the stage with them and they're like, you all are the nicest people ever. I'm like, I know, we're really cool, you should come back, tell all your friends. So they tell their friends and they come back, and again, it works in those circles. So those same artists are working with other artists that are like, man, you really need to go to Somerset. It's a promotion, and it's an exciting thing to get to see how people are so proud of our area. I don't know if did anybody attend any of our festivals in 2019? A few of you? Good.
You need to come back then next time we're able to have one.
And we will have more. We just don't know when. But I wanted to bring, from all the excitement and things that were going on in town, I just wanted, if you missed, kind of to show you how our 2019 ended with just a little clip from our New Year's Eve event. And for the record, they made me get on stage to dance. I kept saying, no, 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 no. I said, yes, yes. So when the mayor says, get up here now. Okay, sure. So it was fun. You all, there's nothing like, I always say that. We always have an after festival meeting, and they say, what can we, I'm like, there's nothing, the highlight is always the people. Looking out on the crowd of people smiling. A lot of those, the great thing is tourism, we build these events and we try to build tourism and build people to visit, but it's also for our locals. Mm-hmm. It brings you that quality of life component, to be able to see little children, teenagers, parents, grandparents there, all ages and all having fun and having that fellowship time, celebrating, all the great things about our area. So we had all this momentum, and oh my goodness, the plans we had for 2020, it was so exciting. And then we know what happened. So we had to pivot a little bit and say, okay, well, pause. We all paused. Okay, now what? Life does have to get somewhat back to normal, doesn't it? So we thought, what can we do? First of all, we need to help our local businesses, because until our local economy comes back, we can't do anything. We have to, make sure that we have doing all we can to highlight our local businesses. Our artists and musicians, we've built them up, and then no venues to go to, no places to go. You have, So we started thinking, how can we put these things together in a safe way and still be able to get some information out to the community, highlight our businesses. So we came up with the promotion, See My Set Live. So we started doing that, first of all, when we were all stuck at home. It was 3 days a week. So we were highlighting local businesses. We were having an artist play a couple songs, and then the mayor would give some updates just about what was going on currently. And then as things started to open a little bit more, we kind of veered off that a little bit and went to just Thursday nights. And then again, we continued to highlight. And I can't tell you how many, and if you're in certain circles, you know the whole group and you think everybody knows them. But some people didn't know about some of our businesses that we've had here for years. Some people didn't know about some of our artists. Oh, I didn't know we had somebody that could do that. And that's the great thing about social media. You're able to promote businesses almost no cost if you want to do that, but it's a great way to promote our area and still be able to, be viable and have new ways of thinking outside the box. We just completed that See My Set series, and as more things are open now, and we're doing a Thursday night live from our farmers market. That was a new thing that, despite COVID, we were still able to finish the Lake Cumberland Farmers Market, and it is in downtown Somerset. And if you haven't visited, I would really encourage you to go out there and do that. It's Tuesdays and Thursdays, 1 to 7, and then on Fridays, on Saturday mornings, 8 to 2. So there's plenty of opportunity to get out there. There's usually our local food trucks. There's somebody out there cooking. There's always an opportunity to get a local flavor of taste. And that's another thing that tourists come for. People come for our extraordinary food. We have all kinds of restaurants and different ways to have local food. Local farmers markets is a great way. It's very impressive to, especially your bigger areas. If people are coming from Louisville, Cincinnati, they're very impressed. Oh, you have a farmers market. So it really is a big draw, and again, added bonus for our locals. So we're starting to roll into summer, and we're thinking, how can we really promote something that's going on in Lake Cumberland? And I'm just going to tell you how organic things happen. Saturday morning, sitting on the couch, a friend texts me and says, you should check out these little girls on this video. Okay, look at it. And instantly my mind goes, I see the commercial, I see how it's going to look. I'm like, I got to find these girls. So call, find out, get their mother, get permission. 2 weeks of back and forth. This family's from Ohio. They've been coming here for generations to Lake Cumberland. And I just thought it was so neat to just tell their story. It was not rehearsed. It wasn't planned. It was, let me share your story with you. And the background is these little girls, coming with their parents forever. And the first outing for Memorial Day, the youngest little girl, she has a little, I will say, a rafting accident that hurts her toe, and she eventually has to be in a cast for the summer. And so all of her friends and family and everybody is getting to be on the water. So what's she going to do? She can be in the boat and all that, but what else could she do? Her mom's like, you know what? You should pick up your ukulele. You've been wanting to learn how to play the ukulele. You should do that. So she did. She picked it up. And one day, this would have been about 3 weeks ago, Mom walks in, and the 3 girls are on the couch, and they've written, what are you doing? Well, we wrote a song. What did you write a song about? Lake Cumberland. Oh, okay. So she videos it, hence then we see it, and we're like, okay. So we just thought it was too telling of an organic, original story that was told by people that truly love Lake Cumberland. So I'd love to share that with you. I just smile when I see that. Frank's going live.
I guess I'm on.
Break it down.
Okay, that's Frank's cue to Leslie, quit talking. Okay, one more thing, and then I'm done. So I think that's a neat, organic way to tell our Somerset story in a new and refreshing way. I mean, it just makes me smile every time I see that. So that's another cool way that, you know, have we not had COVID, that commercial probably wouldn't have happened. Another thing that we've tried to do downtown in a way to not gather groups is honor that system of telling your story. And one of our community leaders that, you know, as you watch people, they really just show unity, they show respect, they show a way of saying, no matter what's been handed to me, good, bad, or ugly, I'm absolutely going to have the best attitude and move forward and always be better. What can I learn from it? And those are the people we want to highlight and tell their story. So one of the ways we were able to do that was work with a Louisville artist. And some people said, why did you get a Louisville artist? We have so much talent here, and we do. And we will continue to use local talent. But we also like to highlight talent from other places, artists from other places, through a Somerset Louisville Art Exchange. We're a sister city with them, and we kind of work together with their artist. They send us an artist here, and we send somebody to Louisville to do a show. Last year we did that through the Tim Faulkner Gallery with our artist. We traded out with, and that was able to promote Somerset and Louisville, and for Louisville to be promoted here. So Damon Thompson was a local Louisville artist, and he came here and he was able to highlight Johnny B. Perkins, and we were just honored that Downtown Development worked with us by allowing us to utilize that building. Mr. Perkins retired from the United States Post Office, and of course if you're there in this spot, which is the back of the Virginia, he's actually looking at the post office, and he said he loves that he has that honor of being able to look at those guys when they get in and out of their trucks each day, and he's very proud that we were able to highlight him, and he always says him and his family, and he's one of the great stories we have of Somerset, and we hope to have many more to come. I'll quit talking.
Okay, I'm going to jump in before Frank goes, though, because he's going to start talking to you more about COVID. So when somebody asks you what we do, yeah, we've got a great, fun job, but we're on call 24 hours a day, all year long, except for when I'm somewhere like Jamaica and decide not to answer my phone. But we are a destination marketing organizations is what we do. We want to make sure that we market our destination. So when it comes time to answer questions, I want to make sure that you guys see those brochures that are out there and visit our website at lctourism.com. And one thing we haven't mentioned, Horse Soldier Bourbon is coming. And if we've already got all these people that are coming to Lake Cumberland, some because of COVID, but some because they do love it here, you guys have got to get ready. When we say this is serious, it's serious. Hundreds of thousands of people travel the Bourbon Trail, and we're going to be a part of that once they get established. So if we don't treat these folks right, if we don't appreciate them coming to us, if we treat them good, they're going to come back time and time again, and they're going to spend their money with us. No matter what kind of business you have, you are going to reap the benefits of Horse Soldier Bourbon being here, and we are excited that they're coming. We are thankful for them to choose Somerset. If you haven't heard about their story, research them a little bit because they're great folks, and we are honored to have them coming to our community as well. Okay, Frank, now the girls will be quiet.
Check. There we go. I'm going to use the podium because I'm not as smooth as these ladies are. I had to bring notes and a PowerPoint presentation and everything. So if we go ahead and get started, Rakai. Basically, what I wanted to tell you guys about today is what we actually faced, some of the behind-the-scenes things that we had to look at when we had to face COVID-19, and kind of the toolkit that we looked at to repair the situation and keep moving forward. And I want to open up with this statement. During this time of unimaginable challenges, as all global industries and communities face a truly unknown and unpredictable future as a result of the COVID-19 virus, and particularly its impact on all businesses and sizable gatherings, I firmly believe that it is in the best interest of our community, business, and events to begin looking forward with a positive reimagination of how to change our operation to protect everyone while returning to a sense of normalcy. To drive our thought and create a process to take us through to recovery, leaning on peers through coordinated calls, conversation, research, brainstorming, until we reach presentation of end resolve. And I do want to brag on these ladies. This is my first year in the tourism industry. I've been in multiple industries and ran multiple companies. And as soon as I came into the tourism position here in Burnside, both of these ladies have been a key component in the success that I've had, as well as Farrah Dobbs. I don't know if she's still in here, but she's always been on call as well. And I just want to say thank you to you guys. Kind of the outlook that I've asked, you can go to the next slide, outlook that I've asked the mayor, my tourism board, city council, and other associates. There's a lot of confusion in the marketing and the media that's out there right now. So what I asked them to do is to embrace the things that are known. This virus is here. Currently, we don't have a vaccine or a cure, and we must adapt because our economy and our community's well-being depends on it. I'm going to give you guys a quick snapshot leading up to COVID-19 of what Burnside, and that's really, I know my numbers a lot better than I do these ladies' numbers. They're excellent. But the only thing I can tell you is that leading up to COVID-19 in February of 2020, Burnside was on a 23.89% growth rate. On an average, 2.5% to 3% is average, 5% to 8% is exceptional. We had one of the largest festivals in the history of Burnside, at least that we have recorded, with over 10,000 people. We increased our video production, our audio materials, the quality of both of those. Initial research on an economic growth strategy, identified holes in our operations and communications and addressed those. And one other thing, I do want to give somebody credit that's up here today and not up here today. Leslie, you did an absolute amazing job with the FLW Tour in 2019. And Farrah, I don't know if you're in here, but you were part of making that happen as well as Carissa and Mayor Lawson. Both of you guys absolutely knocked it out of the park, and all the volunteers from Somerset. And I just want to make sure you guys get credit where it's due. So part of the success is due to everybody working together. Trending chart versus the actual. If you guys will look real quick, from June to February, you can see the orangish yellow line up there. The middle line is what we were doing as far as the revenues go, and that's a direct result of tracking the tax dollars that came in from our restaurants. These ladies get transient taxes. I get a percentage that is charged over and above the restaurants. So you can see that's where the 28 or 23.89% came from. You'll see a little small line there at the very end of that graph. That's a red line. That is, if you do the forecasting, that's where we should have been if COVID-19 wouldn't have hit. That's a difference of over $50,000. This is just until May. That's the difference between where we're supposed to be and now. We can bounce to the next slide. So back in February, I called the ladies. I said, okay, actually it was March, mid-March. I've been looking at this crisis management thing, and I'm the new guy on the block, so I want to get your guys' feedback on this. And what I did was I kind of looked, and this might give you guys a little bit of the insight of what we looked at and kind of where we are right now in the phases of a tourism crisis or any type of crisis. First, the incident occurs. Tourism leave, bookings are canceled. Destinations suffer economically. Poor press coverage may continue, magnifying the effect of the incident. Destination commences its own media coverage. And that's kind of what we were saying we had to do. We had to kind of take over more so to help provide that coverage because everything became focused on COVID-19. Go to the next slide. Yep. I'm going to skip just due to time constraints. We're between stages 4 and 5. And this is much like a roller coaster. And specifically, we're addressing the immediate needs of the people. Stage 4, and clear communication strategy is crucial at this point. And I've got to pause real quick and let you guys know a little bit of the back end as well as the management and the government communication in Pulaski County, Somerset, and Burnside. The Emergency Operations Center started working together to protect the citizens, and they did that in February, and they're still going strong today. We get daily updates on numbers and try to coordinate together and put a united front against COVID-19. And I do want to commend Mayor Lawson, Mayor Keck, and Judge Kelly for putting that together and working so hard to make that come to fruition. And where we need to get is in stage 5. It's where we adapt our systems and we start to rebuild. Let's go ahead and skip that. I'm just going to try to condense this as much as we can to give you guys the proper toolkit. Oh, bounce back one more time. One common denominator in the crisis is that we have to address the damage that's caused by the media. Go ahead and bounce to the next one. And I don't know if you guys know, there's a lot of confusion that's still out there with COVID-19, a lot of mixed messages. A lot of people sit at home. They don't know whether to come out, stay home. They don't know what a safe option is. And so what Burnside's tried to do is start to put a little bit of a toolkit together for people that are traveling. You'll see that get released soon, to where I've got a physician that is kind of educating, hey, this is how you travel safely. This is how you use universal precautions. It helped us identify kind of the marketing strategy and develop our target markets. The global tourism playing field was leveled. So beaches and theme parks, they were no longer as attractive as now Lake Cumberland and some of the other places are as attractive. It isolated the marketing attention, and I'm talking about search engine optimization for those of you guys who are familiar with that. Keyword searches on COVID-19 and travel can lead people directly to us. Keyword searches on COVID-19 in your business can lead people directly to you guys. It opened avenues where people that wouldn't normally come here now have come here, and it's broadened our audience. And just like Michelle and Leslie said, they're here now. Let's do our job and our part to keep them here. And the very last part is we got to consider what the consumer is looking at. From their perspective, can they take a vacation? Can they get out? Can they social distance? Can they control their environment? And the answer is yes. If we're looking at our target markets, we're looking at marketing, or at least I am, people that are 55 and below. Families, people that are in search and are conscious of COVID-19 issues. People that are searching, do they require a mask here? So when I'm looking at bringing people for tourism into the community, it's our job also to make sure we protect the community that's here already. So even when we're looking at the target markets, we're out there, we're searching for the correct people to bring in through these marketing efforts. We are in a perfect position. Our outdoor recreation, as you guys know, is great. I won't walk through those guys. And our lodging, as far as houseboats, cabins, VRBs, help provide less pressure to our hotels, which also make them more attractive. As long as COVID-19 is a factor, I think we've actually have an upper hand on some of the other destinations, and we can capitalize on that. Let's move on to the next slide. Our other areas having to adapt. This is a picture from the UK. This is July 15th, 2020. Many people have canceled their events. These guys have actually tried to take and reorganize their event to where they can actually still have that. And it turns out so far UK is doing pretty good in their COVID-19 numbers. Next slide. We're going to make an attempt, and I'm going to bounce back. I say we are going to accomplish having a safe festival in Burnside. We had to cancel that July 4th celebration, the Independence Day celebration. We moved it to Labor Day, not only in the fact of having people attend it, but also making sure that people stay safe. And since Leslie had to bring a video, I thought I'd bring one as well. Also, one of the things we tried to do, this is one of the creative marketing pieces that we put out. When we have to cancel and call an audible, just like Bobby did today, this is one of the things we tried to creatively redesign our marketing effort to where it communicates the message in a creative way. So if you want to go ahead and play that, Rakai, that'd be great.
When you're cold and you need someone to keep you warm.
Houston, this is Alpha 1. Do you copy?
Alpha 1, this is Houston. Go ahead.
I heard Burnside fireworks show so big I can see it from the space station. Is this true? Over.
Affirmative. The fireworks can be seen from outer space. They have renamed it Thunder Over the Island.
Sweet. I'm not going to miss that one.
Good news, sir. Burnside's Thunder Over the Island 2-day festival had to reschedule to September 4th and 5th. You will be back on the ground for live bands, tons of food trucks, massive beer garden, and fun for the whole family.
What? Call the wife and kids and tell them to get ready. We're all headed to Burnside Labor Day weekend.
Will do, sir. Hold on. Sir, the Russians are on the phone. Are you messing with their satellite again?
What? Russian satellite? Huh?
Sir, they have you on camera. I am watching your live right now.
Yeah, we'll just put this right here. Can they see that?
Jimmy, seriously, not again.
До свидания, comrades. Hey, to get my dance moves ready. Burnside is getting ready to have a party. It's cool.
I promise that's not me dancing on that video. But you guys, if you get an opportunity to come out, for the Labor Day Festival thing, it's probably going to be something to see, and it's going to be something to witness. We're going to have Jimmy Buffett's cover band there playing, big beer garden, massive thing. We're going to try to do this thing as safe as possible and make sure everybody has a good time. So I'll jump back in the chair and answer questions.
Yeah, we could. Yes, I'd like to take this time to thank all of our directors of tourism, Frank Crabtree. I messed up the first introduction, Frank, so I'll do it like that. Leslie Ikerd and Michelle Allen, And that if we have just a moment or two for a question, if anybody has a question for these three, we'll be glad to take it. Any questions today? Well, seeing none at this time, if anybody has a question for them afterwards, I'm sure they'd just appreciate if you'd walk up to them and ask your question. One mention of housekeeping today. When we exit today, if you'll please take your trash with you and place it in one of the receptacles that we have on the sides, it would be much appreciated. And then also with our lunches, if anyone knows anyone in need or an organization, one of our good organizations that provide to folks in need, if you'd like to take a lunch for them or lunches, or if you just have a coworker that's hungry that you want to take a lunch to, feel welcome to do that. Our next luncheon will be Tuesday, September the 1st at noon, and it's yet to be determined who our speaker will be, but we will have that information to you as soon as it is confirmed. And now we will be dismissed, as always, with our Pledge of Allegiance to the flag, and I've asked Mayor of Burnside, Robert Lawson, if he will come and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all, and you have a good rest of the day.